not good.
So this is happening now. I've been hearing a lot of crap, but I haven't watched a single review to know why people are saying that it's not that great. I'm waiting to see it myself. What do you think?
I don't know why we're watching something that everybody says is not good.
But it could be. I mean, we have two great actors in it,
No, let's give it a
and a
shot.
scary house.
I should have left. No, you should have left. We all should have left. But we still had the chance. Now it's too late. I don't even know what the fuck I'm talking about.
So, you should have left. Well, unlike most people on this website, I actually like this one. I didn't see that many problems with it. This is a movie made by David Koepp, and he's actually more famous for his writings. He wrote Mission Impossible and Jurassic Park, all sorts of amazing films. Also, The Secret Window, I think he directed that even. There's just like this whole list of movies that he made, like Spider-Man and so on. And this is less explosive and less dramatic than the other things that you would expect from him, but it still serves its purpose really well. It stars Amanda Seyfried and Kevin Bacon. Here's a fun fact for you guys. Nicolas Cage was originally supposed to play Kevin Bacon's character. I don't know for what reasons he got replaced by Kevin Bacon, but hey, I'll take it. Like, even though Nicolas Cage is my favorite actor, I really care for Kevin Bacon. And anyway, so you have this married couple, Theo and Susanna, and they have this kid, also played by Avery Tew Essex, who I have to say for a child performance was totally fine. She just acted like a child, which is kind of exactly what we want from child performances. There was nothing wrong with her whatsoever. They go on this family vacation in Wales, and their marriage has some kind of problems, and when they end up in this house where really, really weird things start happening, things get a little spooky. And I have to admit, yeah, this is a very slow burn. Definitely. This is definitely a slow burn. Like, if you don't like movies that progress slowly, you are going to have a really bad time with this one. But if you have a bit of patience, you will definitely find some creative ideas and some interesting things. However, I do have to say, some of the things that happen in this movie actually, you really see them coming from a mile away. Like, some of the scares, are going to come around the corner, like, exactly. I don't want to get into spoilers, but you've seen some of the things that happen in this movie many times before. And that's kind of what annoys me a little bit. Also, there's a bit like most Blumhouse productions, there's kind of an oversaturation on jump scares again. And also, even jump scares you actually really do see coming from a mile away as well. But in all of this, you sometimes really have the feeling that this movie is walking like a very thin line of actually being spooky and mysterious, but always like on the brink to go nowhere. It's like really crafted like this very fragile house of cards, but the movie never gets too ridiculous, and the movie doesn't really make any bad decisions. It's just sometimes just a tad bit too generic, and you do feel for these characters. You do feel for Kevin Bacon and Amanda Seyfried, but they have like these tragic background stories in their lives, and but somehow you just wish you know a bit more about them, just a tiny bit. it wouldn't have hurt just like fleshing these characters out a bit more. Like, it was all in all really good. It's just that it could have been so much better. This could have been like one of the best movies of the year, but we have a fascinating little Twilight Zone kind of horror film with a slow burn and amazing performances. The story's cool. Some of the tropes are a little generic and too chewed up and cliche, but all in all, if you're a horror fan and enjoy and can take a slow-paced movie, this should be right up your alley. Now, once again, let us look at our chart. You Should Have Left doesn't really do a huge impact on our top 5 or anything like that at all. It generally just maybe creates more middle ground in our chart, if you will. Just kind of putting itself right with the all right movies of the year so far. Like, it's sitting there well between The Wretched and Horse Girl, Color Out of Space, and Clown Fear. Those are like the generally good movies. You can't really do. You're not doing anything wrong with watching. So this like just filled the middle ground of our chart very well. I wonder how it'll look like next week.